Okay, good morning again, everyone. This is Nick Petro at the National Weather Service in Raleigh with your weekly impact weather briefing for the period today through Sunday through the 16th of July. So kind of jumping right into the briefing. And we'll first start with the week's weather pattern. And really, I can summarize this real simple, and it's very typical for this time of year, for mid-July, summertime pattern. We've got the low-level to mid-level ridge out over the middle of the Atlantic, the Bermuda highs it's sometimes referred to, and that extension of that high pressure is going to stretch across the western Atlantic over down in toward the Carolinas. There's an old leftover kind of dying boundary front, if you will, that's kind of caught up along coastal Carolina sections of the state. That'll be dissipating, and really we'll just be looking at that very typical pattern that we see with the ridge extending across into our region right through the end of the week. Now, towards the weekend, there might be another weak cold front that tries to slip down into the Carolinas, and that might bring a little bit better chance for scattered showers and thunderstorms. But the takeaway here is this pattern will bring us the very, as we sometimes refer to it in our discussions, as climatological, with every day there being a chance for isolated to scattered showers and thunderstorms. And anytime there's any type of weather feature that would improve those rain chances, then we increase them increase the rain chances a little higher than they otherwise would be every day. So, and that, like I said, that looks like that might be the case perhaps this weekend with another front trying to slip down here, but still not a complete washout either. So looking at, since there will be a chance for isolated to scattered showers and thunderstorms each day, well, the question might be, are any of those going to be severe? And here's a severe thunderstorm potential from the Storm Prediction Center, and basically the light green just says general thunderstorms. Now, while it is painted light green, which, on this color scale means no severe thunderstorms expected, that's more in the way of widespread or organized severe thunderstorms. This time of year in the Carolinas, you can never rule out that, anytime you have thunderstorms with the heat and humidity that's present this time of year, you can never rule out an isolated or stray storm that becomes severe with, some hail or maybe a isolated damaging wind gusts. Certainly intense downpours and frequent cloud-to-ground lightning is also possible with any of the thunderstorms this time of year. Right now, we're not expecting any widespread severe thunderstorm activity. How about the rainfall? Well, for today, it looks like, and Tuesday for that matter, it looks like the best chance for rain will be across the southeastern half of the state. If you bisected the state from southwest to northeast, it'd be the southeast section, southeast half of the state that would have the best chance for rain. But really not, like I said, not a washout. And then as we get toward the weekend with that next weak front trying to slip down into our region, that'll bring back the chance for rain, maybe a little bit, maybe some heavier amounts in the half-inch to 1-inch rain range where it does rain. And when you add it all up in 7 days, it looks like, the heaviest 7-day rainfall totals will be basically east of I-95, where, essentially 1.5 inches or more rain is possible. Lesser amounts as you go up toward the Triad, up toward the, sort of the northwestern Piedmont sections where less than 1/2 inch is expected, 1/2 inch of rain. So anyway, that's the way that's playing out. I think the bigger weather story this week will be heat indices approaching 100 as we get toward the latter half of the week and into Saturday. So heat will be kind of the main weather story for the week. So the graph at the top shows essentially what we're expecting in terms of the climbing heat values as we go through the rest of the week. And the light orange line represents the forecast heat index values. So you'll see there it's peaking. The heat indices appear to be peaking near 100 on Wednesday, Thursday, and even into Friday. So anyway, in the circles, the numbers in the middle of the circles represent the forecast high, the ambient high temperature for the day. So that's not the forecast heat index. That's the actual air temperature high. So even if, highs in the mid-90s is hot. So above normal, a little bit above normal. So remember, practice heat safety wherever you are. Be sure to share this slide if you would. Don't hesitate to tweet this out or Facebook it, just to try to help us get the word out about heat safety, because that's going to be the main concern as we head through this week. All right, what about the tropics? Right now, I think Carolinas are good right through this briefing period. We'll be keeping an eye on things, but nothing imminent or nothing really a concern for us right through the next, 5 to 7 days. We'll be keeping an eye on that. Looking ahead to next week, temperatures and precip outlook from the Climate Prediction Center, the odds are tilting toward above normal temperatures, and odds favor neither below or above normal precipitation. So kind of back to what I was mentioning earlier, very typical for this time of year. Let's wrap up this briefing here with a summary. The afternoon and evening scattered showers and thunderstorms will be possible just about every day this week, while widespread or organized severe thunderstorms are not expected. This time of year, we can never rule out isolated severe storms that may bring hail, localized high winds, frequent cloud-to-ground lightning, and heavy downpours. The heaviest rain this week is expected across the southeastern half of the state. That is, if you drew a line from the southwest to northeast corners of the state and you bisect that, and it'd be the southeastern half, that's where we're expecting the heaviest rain this week. The biggest weather story, as I mentioned, will be increasing heat, especially for the latter half of the week and into the weekend. Daily maximum heat indices will be approaching 100 during that time. Actually, over the weekend, if we get a little bit more in the way of rain, that might keep those heat indices down. But particularly Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday is the time where the days we expect those heat indices approaching 100. So be sure to practice heat safety. And finally, no tropical threats for North Carolina during this briefing period. That is the next 5 to 7 days. We'll be keeping our eyes on that as we head right through the summer. So anyway, with that, I'll be happy to take any questions. Thanks for joining us for this weekly briefing here on Monday. Remember, we do this every Monday at 11:30, so be sure to check this out. These briefings are emailed out and posted to our social media sites, and recording of this briefing uploaded to YouTube. So those are some various ways you can stay in touch. And again, help us spread the word about heat safety, especially as heat indices will be approaching 100 Wednesday and Thursday and Friday this week.